Hello everyone. In today's video, we will discuss Chapter 1 of Class 9 Science, Matter in Our Surroundings. But before proceeding with the video, if you haven't seen our previous videos, then please do watch them. If you like them, then please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We see large variety of things in our surroundings of different shapes and sizes. In our day-to-day lives, we come across so many things which are different in shapes and sizes, be it our bed, books, pen, pencil, or anything. Everything in universe is made up of material which scientists have named matter. We all know what matter is. Anything that occupies space and has weight is called matter. A particle of sand, the air we breathe, the food we eat, clouds, stars, plants and animals, small drop of water even, all come under matter. As we discussed the definition of matter, all the things mentioned above occupy space and mass. In other words, they have a certain mass and occupy a certain volume, and hence can be classified under matter. Early Indian philosophers classified matter in the form of 5 basic elements: air, earth, fire, sky, and water. According to them, every living and non-living thing is made up of these 5 elements. In modern times, scientists have evolved 2 types of classification based on their physical and chemical properties. Further, we shall discuss matter based on its physical properties. Physical nature of matter. Matter is made up of particles. Initially, matter was thought to be continuous. Another field of scientists thought that matter was made of particles. Well, let us verify this together by carrying out an activity to decide the nature of matter. Here in a beaker, we have taken a certain amount of water. After adding some salt to the water, we stir it with a spoon or a stirrer. After some time, we notice that all the salt particles get dissolved in the water. How does this happen? When we dissolve salt in water, particles of salt get into spaces between particles of water. This can verify that matter is made up of particles. We may wonder, how small are these particles of matter? Well, to study it, let us carry out an activity. Here we have considered 100 ml of water. Now, we add 2-3 crystals of potassium permanganate to this 100 ml of water, as a result of which we obtain a colored solution. From this colored solution, we separate out 10 ml of water and add it to a clear 90 ml of water. We observe that the clear solution now appears colored, although slightly diluted, but still some sort of color persists in this solution. Further, from this diluted solution, we again separate out 10 ml of water and add to a clear solution. Again, we get an even more dilute solution. And we continue this process a few more times. We observe that even after estimating how small are the particles of matter, with every dilution, though color becomes light, it is still visible. Through this experiment, we can see that even when we are trying to dilute the water, a certain color still persists even after 5-6 dilutions. This experiment shows that just few crystals of potassium permanganate can color a large volume of water. The particles of matter are very small, beyond our imagination, is a point which should be noted. Moving on to the characteristics of the particles of matter. Particles of matter have spaces between them. This can be verified by following examples. We know that sugar gets easily distributed in water. Whenever we add sugar to the water, after stirring it for a while, we can see that sugar is completely dissolved in water. While making tea, coffee, or lemonade, Particles of one type of matter get into spaces between particles of other, as a result of which we obtain a required solution. While making a lemonade, we squeeze a lemon in water, add sugar to it, and whatever other ingredients we want. After adding all the ingredients, we stir it and see that eventually, after stirring for a while, we obtain a clear solution. This shows that there is enough space between particles of matter. Particles of different other substances get into the spaces between particles of matter. This verifies that particles of matter have spaces between them. Moving on, particles of matter are continuously moving is also one of the characteristics of particles of matter. How can we conclude that? Well, let us consider an incense stick placed in the corner of a room. Can we smell it? Well, from a distance we cannot. We have to go very near to the incense stick to try to smell it. But as soon as we light up the incense stick, the smell spreads throughout the room. This concludes that particles of matter are continuously moving in the space. Now, we may wonder why, as soon as we light up an incense stick, we are able to smell it even from a distance, as opposed to an incense stick which is not lightened. The particles of matter are continuously moving, that is, they possess some kinetic energy. As the temperature rises, particles move faster. So we can say that with increase in temperature, the kinetic energy of the particles also increase. So that is it for today's video. In today's video, we learned that everything in the universe is made up of material which scientists have named matter, which is anything that occupies space and has weight. We discussed matter based on its physical properties. Within the physical nature of matter, we discussed that matter is made up of particles with an example of salt dissolved in water. When we dissolve salt in water, the particles of salt get into spaces between the particles of water. We also discussed how small are these particles with the help of example in which we add 2-3 crystals of potassium permanganate and keep on diluting our water solution. We also discussed characteristics of particles of matter. That is, particles of matter have spaces between them and particles of matter are in continuous motion. That's it for today's video. If you liked this video, then please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.